Major moves. We going all in, like we got nothing to lose. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves.
Welcome back to my channel. I want to thank you guys for actively deciding to spend time with me. I'm just a guy in a Spider-Man mask, a cool one I might add. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just providing information and content already on the internet, and I just read it and present it to you guys in a way that may reach you or may not reach you. Whatever the reason is you found my page, I'm grateful you're here, and thank you for spending time with me. Let's get into this. What is up, everybody? I'm Mr. Man. Welcome to my channel. Remember this face. It's not easy to forget it. I'm a grown-ass man in a Spider-Man mask, right? You don't just forget this. So, on today's episode, we are going to be going over some of the UCC updates and amendments. That's the Universal Commercial Code, is it? I want to say, what is it called again? Here we go. Proposed UCC amendments to Article 12 shed new light on transactions and securing interests in digital assets. The UCC is under law, under code. Smart key for Uniform Commercial Code. I was right. Okay, amendments. So, all the amendments, or all the articles under this legislation law, code of law, have been amended with exception to Article 6. I have to go through them all still, but right now we're going to be going over Article 12. Let me get this close to me here. Article 12, a proposed new article. Let's get this up here. Again, my backdrop has been deleted accidentally. I'm in no rush to make a new one yet. I will soon enough, but not right now. I have other things going on. I also have an interview with my mentor. You guys will get a chance to meet my real estate mentor. We have an interview coming up, and he's the one who helps me accelerate my progress with that. It's all about cash flow, right? The more cash flow you have is the more cash you have. The more cash you have in your hand that you can use to spend and buy more assets. So, Article 12, a proposed new Article 12 of the UCC provides rule for transactions involving certain new types of digital assets, including cryptocurrency and non-fungible tokens. Under the proposed new Article 12, excuse me, I am drinking my Mai Tai right now, so I'm enjoying myself here. I always do. I do hope you guys are having adult bevies if you're over the age. If not, have some Kool-Aid. Have some water. Just, have water. I'm more healthy. I'm more organic. Have some water. Aside from that, I'm going to drink this because I enjoy getting a little tipsy sometimes. These intangible assets are called controllable electronic records, or CERs. To ensure that the UCC remains relevant, CERs is defined to include not only assets created using today's distributed ledger or blockchain technology, but also any assets that may function similarly using future emerging technology. So they're planning for the future. That's what Article 12 is all about. Article 9, conforming amendments to UCC. Article 9 provides rules for protection of security interest in CERs, facilitating the use of digital assets as collateral for financing transactions. Background. As we know it, the emerging practice of transacting in digital assets has developed into a mainstream fragment. So they're talking about it being mainstream already of the financial market ecosystem, yet regulators and market participants often find themselves wrangling over unsettled questions of law. So that term they say there, regulators and market participants are often wrangling. Let's find out who the real regulators are, okay? Now, I had posted this on my Twitter. I hope you guys do follow my Twitter. I am Mr. Man XRP, or just type in Mr. Man, you will find me. I'm the one with the Spider-Man mask there. There's a bunch of copycats out there. Don't follow them. I am just Mr. Man XRP. That's it. No S at the end, no numbers at the end, not a thing at the end. Just Mr. Man XRP. But let me get to here now, in terms of who the regulators are. You guys will be surprised. Most people think of, like, Gary Gensler. They think of the different people. They think of this gentleman here. They think of the SEC. They think of the CFTC. They think of the regulating bodies. But I want to say, evidence of who the real regulators are. She, one of the real regulators. All right. He works with the regulators, but he's not a regulator. In the front-facing world, he's a regulator. For certain things, he's a regulator. Wow, I didn't realize I post so much. Jesus. I do thank you guys for holding on. Maybe I didn't post it up here. Right here. Right here. So what I said was, nice save by Olaf from Finality. The banks have the final say in what's going on. The central banks provide the clarity. The central bank is the regulator. Listen to this.
These are, really small dots, compared to the size of private markets. And what I'm thinking from your reflections, that it's impossible to scale something like this in the private sector unless we get this clarity from the central bankers.
And the regulators, yes, or whichever hat they happen to wear. Very much so. I think if you look at how this change happened.
Did you hear that? From the regulators. From the regulators. Right? The central bankers. So when I showed you Christine Lagarde, she's a regulator. Don't let them fool you in thinking that they're just central bankers. The way I believe it works is you have the central bankers. They are the ones doing all these proof of concepts and testing and whatnot and connecting all the... Like, this whole space is their space that they're playing within right now. And they connect it with fintech. So these guys are the ones that are creating these rules and the framework and the boxes to stay within. And then once they have those regulations set on what they want and don't want, they will pass that off to the regulators to say, this is what we want and what we don't want. Write this into code now. Write this into law now. Write it into whatever else it needs to go into. And at that point, when it reaches the regulators, if you're only buying in when they finally tell you that such and such is a commodity or such and such is a security, you're too late. You're too late. Because then if you catch it on the news, you're even later at that point. You got to listen to the regulations from the behind the scenes. That's how you catch all this stuff. All right, let's go back here. Where was I? Wrangling over. Wrangling. Okay. How to legally protect parties from adverse claims against digital assets transferred, and how to enforce security interests in digital assets against third parties. So here they are, talking about these things, regulating it from behind the backgrounds already, from behind the scenes. So if you're waiting for Gary Gensler to tell you that such and such isn't a security, such and such is a commodity, or such and such is a crypto, is money, you're too late at that point. XRP is going to be hybrid, I believe. XLM will be hybrid, I believe. There's a bunch of them that are going to be hybrid cryptocurrencies, which will act as, and I had posted also that bridge assets typically have stable values. So essentially, a bridge asset is a stable valued coin. It's a stable valued cryptocurrency. It's a stable coin. All right, fine. Okay, I'll show you. Let me go back up here. I'll show you. I don't just talk out of my butthole here, right? Not just talk. I don't talk out of my butthole. Here we go. Yes, a bridge currency can operate at a stable value. Yes, a bridge currency can operate at a stable value. Stable coins are a type of cryptocurrency that is designed to maintain a stable value relative to an underlying asset, such as a fiat currency or a commodity. That's your typical stable coins, your retail stable coins. Stable coins are essentially cryptocurrencies that are backed by a reserve asset, as we've gone over in the BIS documents, the prudential treatment for crypto assets. Usually a traditional currency such as the dollar, and their valuations are therefore proposed to be less volatile than other digital currencies. So, essentially, a bridge currency can act as a stable coin due to its stable value. Okay, so that being said, I want to show you guys a few more things since we're talking about stable currencies and stable values. I want to show you guys this here. So we're talking about the UCC. That's this. We haven't left that. The UCC Amendments. The Universal... What the hell does this stand for again? There we go. Commercial Code. Listen to what this woman has to say, okay?
What does it mean to have a certain size of text if everyone's screen displays it in a different format? So those revisions are designed to bring that into the modern era. The drafters also concluded that the term money, as drafted, would already include a government-issued cryptocurrency, but they've tried to slice it in a way that existing crypto, such as Bitcoin, would be excluded even if a government later approves it for official use.
Bitcoin is not money.
So there's an extensive rewrite of the definition as well as comments.
Bitcoin is not money. So if anybody looks at you and says, Bitcoin's real money, Bitcoin's real money. Yeah, it theoretically can be or is, but in terms of this operating jurisdiction that we live in, it is not going to be considered money at all. At all. What they're going to consider it, I don't know. But it operates within a gray area. So be mindful. Again, I do hold a little bit of Bitcoin, just a bit, for purposes of when this pump happens. I do foresee Bitcoin leading the charge. Bitcoin might go off first. I don't know. It might go off first because you're going to have people FOMOing into Bitcoin because that's all they know is Bitcoin. Bitcoin and Ethereum, that's all that gets pushed in the mainstream. So that's what they're going to go into what they know. When people think of cryptocurrency, that's what they think of as Bitcoin. When they think of Bitcoin, they think of cryptocurrency. They like to use those words interchangeably. And that's how they confuse the mass. And this here, I don't live in the States, but if you live in the States, this is just for you, my friends.
On blockchain and decentralized autonomous organizations.
Here.
Perhaps the most well-known of these state efforts is Wyoming, which has enacted groundbreaking laws on blockchain and decentralized autonomous organizations, in addition to setting up a fintech regulatory sandbox. Some states have also amended their UCC statutes to reflect the existence of digital assets. Additionally, in 2020, nearly every state legislature is considering laws related in one way or another to crypto.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. That's how you roll. That's how we do this shit. We're in there like swimwear. Borat's swimwear. Anyways, guys, that's what I got for you today. I do hope you appreciated this. Alright, guys. I do hope you appreciated this. That's all I got for you for today. I'll catch you on the next one. Love and respect.
Making major moves. We going all in. Like we got nothing to lose. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves.